Three, two, one. Alright, my piece. Kenem White. We're back. This is episode 12 of Service Architect Diaries. It's been a long while before we've kind of done anything. The last video we did was like 2nd of May 2026, and today is the 23rd of July, which is my birthday. So I'm recording this on my birthday, pretty late. I've only got 2 minutes, but I just wanted to just kind of do like a, I guess, little check-in, because it's been for so long of like kind of what's occurred. Not much. Had a few interviews, nothing of the sort just yet in terms of like, actually getting somewhere. It's just more of the case of like, I realized in one of my more recent interviews where like I lacked confidence, but that confidence really just came from just the lack of execution, the lack of actually, service design being a lived experience, to where I didn't really felt like I fit in. But then the more I realized I have the experience, I have the knowledge, technical know-how, it's all there. It's just because it isn't a lived experience to where I'm consistent with my rhythm, pacing, and just the forward momentum of just doing it often. So that's kind of why I felt like I just wasn't really as, how would you say, it would come to rest, Kenem. It would come up as imposter syndrome. It would come up as imposter syndrome. It would come up as I don't really have the skill set or knowledge how to do X, Y, and Z. I already do. Just the confidence for me was just something that like I didn't realize how much it actually affected me. And then when I look back at years ago, that was always been my biggest issue, because I guess in my own self I never really had that belief. But it was not until recently when like I actually was able to really reflect and understand that, again, you have everything there. Just my identity and like what I believed in wasn't really matching. So that's why there was always a bit of like, how do you say, a battle, in a sense of like, I felt like I'm this or that, but then at the same time it's not really my lived experience. So, but yeah, honestly, it's actually pretty good that I'm able to clock that and understand what that moment was teaching me, because it's other things in life where like that have helped me in a roundabout way in this thing, and see things from a different perspective to help me move forward and move along in this thing. So yeah, nothing much to really update here, just that we are back. What back means in capacity, don't know, but we're just here, just to continue moving forward. There's a lot that we can still do, and it's really been 6 months. You know what I mean? Like, if I was to really take it seriously, January was like the start. You know what I mean? So it's only really been 7 months. Sorry, yeah, 7 months, of like actively searching to become a service designer. And I know since May we haven't really done it, so it's been mostly on and off. But in general, it's still 6 months. Like, we've had 4 interviews, solid interviews. We started volunteering for EduSoil, East London Waterworks Company. There's many opportunities out here, in terms of interviews. As you know, the most recent one I've done was Hillerden Council. We did Bath and North East Somerset Council. We did Cooperative Bank, and the last one was my dentist. So, four solid service design interviews for a person who's not a service designer but entering the market is pretty solid. So now that confidence is understood, of like, we didn't lack anything, we just really had to believe, and well, I never really believed, and that's kind of something that like also was like really interesting. It's like, for me, for some reason, I always ignored my own signals. Don't know where that comes from. I actually just generally don't know where that comes from. It's quite bizarre when you think about it, but I just felt like it was a good revelation to have now, because it's like, because I felt like it kind of had a knock-on effect in other areas. So, you know what I mean? It had a knock-on effect in other areas, like, and that's where like the thing that I'm doing now, or the external activity I'm doing now, is helping in a roundabout way in so many areas. But yeah, um, yeah. So I'm using a new platform, new application called OBS. It's kind of new. I was using Loom before, and I was paying what, £21 a month. It's a pretty good tool. Like, you just plug and go. But Loom is pretty dope. Obviously, it's free. There's nothing better than free. And yeah, like, I can basically do everything that Loom Loom is doing. And yeah, it's like, not much really to update you, but just this update. So it's really a lot of like, you know, mostly the same thing. Kind of just been, speaking on the same points over and over again. But again, this has been what? It's been like 2 months, 2+ months, almost 3 months now since I've actually done anything in terms of like, content wise. But yeah, so like, in terms of the rhythm and pacing, similar thing, but you know, with things that we're doing in a roundabout way is helping us with other things. So, but yeah, this has been episode 13. I finally recorded it. It's been a while, and yeah, thanks for watching.